Good morning, Fit Pros. Hey, how are you? It's 11 a.m., which means I am coming to you with a special live lesson, just like I will be doing every day this week leading up to the boot camp next week. So next week on Monday, we start the Sell Out Your Online Workout Boot Camp. And first, I want to come live, introduce you to some of the concepts, some of the things that you will learn, and talk to you through just each day, whatever I'm going to be teaching on Monday. I walked you through what we learned in the kickoff and gave you a little bit of that information. Today, we are talking about casting your net, casting your wide net in order to bring in your initial audience for your online workouts. So I want to walk you through a little bit of what we're going to talk about on Tuesday when I do the full length lesson in the boot camp at 11 a.m. So first, I saw something today, and you guys, I just have to share it. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about today. Well, it kind of does, but it really made me think of us in the fitness industry, and I might even get a little bit emotional, but I was watching this speech, this Jim Carrey commencement speech on YouTube, and he was talking about his father and how his father could have been a great comedian, but he played it safe and he worked as an accountant instead. And a couple of years into his career, I think Jim Carrey said he was 12, he was fired. He was let go from that job. And it really taught him and his family that you can play it safe and you can still fail, and that you might as well go after what you really want. And God, that really just made me think of us in the fitness industry, that a lot of us have been playing it safe, have been working at either a safe job in the fitness industry, or maybe we have never been able to make fitness our full-time jobs and we've played it safe, and that can fail you. You know, a lot of us were laid off. A lot of us had complete income stoppage. It can completely fail you. And so if you are coming into the boot camp, I want to invite you to really look at this as your opportunity to do what you love and to really make it big and make it work. Okay, so I just loved that. I'm going to put a link to that speech in the comments in the Fit Pros Connect group, in the Fit Pros Connect hosted by Kelly Coulter group. If you're not in that group, get in, please. I would love to have you there. All right, so let's talk about the audience for your online workouts. So have you ever had a friend that happened to, or maybe it's you, or maybe you just heard stories. Have you ever had a friend that married somebody after meeting them and like dating them for a few weeks, or maybe even getting like married on a first date? I want you to think about how that makes you feel and what your reaction was when you heard that person say, hey, you know, I'm married. Or maybe you've had, I've got another great example. Maybe you've had people come in on your Facebook feed and start trying to sell you something before they even know you, before they even ask any questions about you, before they have any idea about you. They're like right away on you trying to sell you. Maybe they found you in a fitness instructor group or a personal trainer group and knew something about you because they know what you do or they know your affiliation with that group. And so then they start trying to sell you, right? I don't want anybody that ever goes through my boot camp to go out and try to sell an online fitness offering to people that they don't know. That is like inviting somebody on a first date and then asking them to marry you. It just doesn't work. And so in the boot camp, and what I'll talk about today is we talk about these hot to cold marketing circles. So if you have a piece of paper around, imagine that you're just drawing some circles and they fit into each other like a target. And the very center of your target is red. And as you move out from the center, you've got orange, you've got yellow, and then eventually you've got blue, which is cold. That circle represents your ecosystem. Those are all of the people who know of you, who maybe you've created a free Facebook group, maybe you've got some other type of following. These are all of the people who know you and might possibly be customers. So the blue ones, the ones on the way outside of that circle, those are your first dates. Those are the people that maybe you just started messaging with. You are not going to sell to those people. You're not going to invite those people into your online fitness offer. You're getting to know those people and you're warming them up. And as they warm up, they become orange and then, or I'm sorry, yellow and then orange and then red. And you sell to your red people. But the good news is that all of us have a red circle already because you were a fitness instructor, you were a personal trainer before COVID happened, right? So there are people out there who would love to be working out with you, and they aren't because of COVID. So in the boot camp next week, I can't go too far into it here because I've promised you this will last 10 minutes or less. In the boot camp next week, we will talk about how to approach those people. Who exactly are those people? What do we say to them? How do we format an offer and make it to them? And then how do we deliver it? Those are all the things that we do in the boot camp. So I hope this gets you thinking. If you want to take a piece of homework away from this, what you can do is start to create an asset inventory. Who has worked out with me in the past? Who do I know? Who has familiarity with me? Who has interacted with me in my fitness career? These are all people that would be likely, if it's the right time for them, if things are lining up for them, they would be likely to take you up on an offer to do online fitness with you. And those are the people that you are going to want to start with once you have your offer in place. So I hope this gets you thinking about who out there is in your hot circle and who you might have as your audience, and then how you move people who are not in your hot circle toward your hot circle. That's what I want you to be thinking about between now and next Tuesday when we take a deep dive into this information in the boot camp. If you are not registered for the bootcamp, I want you to go to fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp. Every day next week, 11 a.m., I'm going to teach a live lesson. I'm going to go deep into this information, deeper than I have in past boot camps. I'm going to get more specific. I'm going to provide more scripts and more templates. On Wednesday, we are going to cover best practices on lighting, music, and oh gosh, there's a third, audio setup. Ooh, audio setup. I know you guys need that a lot. I'm actually going to the store right now after I'm done here, and I'm buying a mixer because I want to have it in hand and I want to show you guys how you would set that up if you need a mixer involved. So we're going to do all the things next week. So we're going deeper. We are implementation lessons. That's what I want to tell you. So 11 a.m. live lessons, 4 o'clock every day Eastern next week, live implementation sessions. That means I'm coming on Zoom, and we are actually going to do the homework together. We're going to get into breakout sessions. We're going to do whatever we have to do to make sure every single one of you is making progress. So again, fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp is where you register. It is a $37 workshop this time. You are going to 10x that investment, and that is my personal commitment to you. You show up, you do the work, you are going to make that money back, and so much more. So that's what I want you to know today, y'all. I will see you again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Asset inventory is your homework. Register for the boot camp, and I will see you soon.